Dear Pisceana, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Pisces, cutie patootie, I'm going to be doing your reading from July 19th to the 26th, 2 days before my birthday. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Peanut butter jelly sandwich, how you doing? Cutie patootie. So, dear Pisces, today I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify your main challenge and get some final advice for you. I swam this morning 1.2 mile. I literally feel like I could have been a mermaid. I just love the water. I'm obsessed with water. You know what I mean? So, and I'm training for my Ironman, which is coming up on at the end of this month in Idaho, and I gotta do a bike ride as well. This is my last week of training, like full on training. You know what I mean? So, been really preparing for that. Thank you for your support, dear Pisces. Somebody asked me if I have Pisces in my birth chart. I sure do. My Saturn is in Pisces, by the way. And I'm a quadruple Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury, sprinkle. And I'm a North Node Scorpio, and my Venus is in Cancer. So I have 3 placements of water. I'm a lot of water, fire, and some earth. Capricorn at the very back. So, Pisceana, let's see what's going on, honey buns. How you doing? Sweetie pie. There is something about a flight attendant that I'm just getting right now. I don't know if you're a flight attendant or you dealt with a flight attendant. I don't know. That was just something that came to me. Okay. So your challenge, dear Pisces, is the Knight of Pentacles. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords followed by the Lovers. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune. Brand new deck that I'm using, by the way. So, dear Pisces, your challenge here has a lot to do with the Knight of Pentacles energy. And Knight of Pentacles typically talks about a situation where like someone here has been slow towards your way, where someone here hasn't really fully moved towards your way. You know, this is about making a decision in regards to a situation, but not rushing into it. A lot of you, could be in a place where you're questioning time. There is something about you questioning time. When is this going to happen? And Knight of Pentacles, it's an energy of like something that may like take longer, right? And we're going to clarify this to see if there is anything that is going to happen in this time. So let's get into your past right now. You have the Knight of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. It looks like in the recent past for many of you, dear Pisces, there was definitely a relationship, a connection where it was moving quite fast. Okay, things were moving very fast. Eight of Wands. Fire, boom, 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 happens so quickly. Some of you are dealing with an air sign, possibly Gemini, Aquarius, fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and a very strong Capricorn and Taurus, Virgo. So something also in the recent past, dear Pisces, might have felt that there was this unequal give and take exchange energy, okay? Maybe one or the other was giving way too much than the other one was receiving. So we're going to clarify this and we're going to get more information. In the present moment, you have the Devil, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Cups. Pisces, the truth of a matter here in the present moment is that you know that there is a situation between you and a specific person where trust has been the biggest conflict. Trust between one another has been causing a lot of issues here between you and them. I feel like that, there is something about you not trusting this person, them not trusting you. Something here is super toxic. That could be third-party situations, toxicity, unhealthy habits, and things like that might be going on. We're going to clarify this and we're going to get more information. Now, in the near future, and you have a lot of love for this person with the King of Cups and the Seven of Swords. You have a lot of love for this person, but what it is really difficult for you to tolerate is the lies and dishonesty. So in the near future, you have the Five of Wands, the Hermit, and the King of Swords. There will be a decision here in regards to this person, possibly a Virgo you're dealing with, could be any other sign, of course. When I mention those signs, it doesn't mean that it's only specifically for that sign. We all have all signs within us. Sometimes it could be that person's sun, moon, or rising, or any other placements, or Venus, North Node. In the future, there is a conflict here that seems to be resurfaced. And this is why also we are in Mercury retrograde during the Cancer season. And you know, you have heard about many times me talking about the Mercury retrograde, which can be actually very intense. I do believe that for many of you, you are just understanding that, you know, this person and you had a major conflict over trust things, and it's just been an ongoing issue for such a long time. And you're questioning with the Knight of Pentacles, since this is your challenge. So what am I supposed to do? Am I going to move on from this person or not? At the bottom of the deck, there is a Two of Swords and the Lovers, right? It's very hard, it's very difficult to move on from someone that you have so much love for. And the issue here has a lot to do with, you know, the Seven of Swords, goddamn Seven of Swords that's standing on top of your reading. It's one of my least favorite cards, but it is what it is. It's showing up, and I must, you know, deliver the messages with honesty and integrity. Seven of Swords, trust issues, okay? And we're gonna find out more about this, especially when it comes to a delay, because something here feels very much like it's been taking too long. So I'm going to proceed forward for your reading, and I just want to make sure, please be safe out there. I do not post readings on TikTok. If you find any of those accounts, report them to me so I can take them down. I don't reach out to anybody on any kind of platform, WhatsApp or whatever. I only exist on YouTube, Instagram, and in your hearts. And thank you for going ahead and hitting the like button and supporting your most favorite Armenian guy of all times. So let's get into your reading, Pisceana, and see what's going on with the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So something here feels like it's stagnant. Let me get my orange juice. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Swords, High Priestess, and the Knight of Pentacles again, and the Moon. So the Moon is you. Okay, it's the card of a Pisces here, subconscious mind, ruled by Neptune, illusions, dreams. Your dreams can be very vivid. A lot of you see this person in your dreams, okay, very vividly, because that's what the moon here talks about, you know. And we're going to be having the new moon in Cancer, so it's like there is a reset of emotions and purging is going on, or you're just kind of in the final stages of purging a lot of emotions and feelings. Your challenge here has a lot to do with the fact that many of you are having a hard time really letting go of this person. One of the things is because, one of the reasons is because you have a very strong spiritual connection with them. High Priestess, very strong spiritual connection. Knight of Pentacles, again, this is the only knight in tarot, okay, and it's a double confirmation. This is a double confirmation reading for you. The Knight of Pentacles is the only one that actually in tarot is standing still. It's not moving forward, it's not moving backwards, it's observing, it's watching, it's thinking. Maybe you're in that place of kind of like in the void. You know, Pisces, you're in the void. You are like in this place of trying to just figure a lot of things out, you know what I mean? And you are such a deep sign. You have a very strong sense of deep, like you're not a shallow person. You're someone that you have very deep knowledge and feelings and emotions. And, you know, many times you have said to yourself with the King of Swords, I'm going to cut this out. I don't want this. I don't need this. But you need a lot of answers too right now. You need a lot of answers. You know what I mean? Because this High Priestess here is really what is telling me is that there is a lot of strong spiritual connection between you and this person, but it's just been very difficult and challenging for you to move on from them. And you're still holding on to the memories. There is something about like ice cream. Some of you maybe had like a favorite ice cream place together and a pizza place as well. And so that could be relevant for some of you. You could be dealing with an Aries again. The moon, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Swords. You know, there is a lot of this telepathic communication. You know, the moon and the Eight of Wands is, this person could be speaking to you in your dreams, or maybe you are communicating with them telepathically through the dreams. You know what I mean? So let's talk about the Knight of Swords here for you in the recent past. I think this person came into your life quite fast and it took off very fast. Clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Six of Cups in the world. Some of you were traveling when you met this person. Okay, maybe that's very much related to the flight attendant thing. I don't know why I really immediately got that flight, airplane, airline energy. I don't know. Sometimes things come to me. It doesn't make sense to me, but it may make sense to you, you know, and I got to say those things. So Pisces, in the recent past, many of you were single, focused on yourself, doing your own thing here, doing, you know, what matters to you, your job, your work. And you met this person who felt like you have known each other for a long time, ever since like maybe even lifetimes before. Six of Cups, that's like a twin flame card right there, although it doesn't mean that you were really dealing with the twin flame, but I think that you had a very strong sense of like familiarity with this person. Six of Pentacles here for you in the recent past. Before even I pull the cards, my intuition is telling me that something here started being out of balance, okay? Out of balance. Something was just too much. The Six of Pentacles here is clarified by the Death card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hangman and the Hierophant. I think what was out of balance is that you might look back and you may realize, Pisces, that you were overcommitting yourself to this person in the past, like overdoing, overgiving, overextending, you know what I mean? And this situation came to an end with the Death card. The Hangman is the card of a Pisces, okay, and the Seven of Pentacles. So for many of you, you know, it took you a long time to get over that situation. I think it was very difficult for you to really deal with the fact that this was a situation that ended. A lot of you were still thinking, reassessing, like just processing the way that this relationship ended, right? Look at this person that's standing and like looking at that Seven of Pentacles and the Death card. So it ended quite fast. Now the Eight of Wands here is, I do get the sense of here there might have been some communication between you and this person back and forth or here and there, or this is also some of you taking action towards something. Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. For some of you, if you were married to this person or you were planning to get married with them, there might have been some back and forth communication, but nonetheless, a lot of you realize, Pisces, that it was possibly better for you to be on your own and to just do a lot of internal healing, do a lot of internal work, rather than just focus on this connection, which was being very unstable. Something here was super unstable within this relationship with the Two of Pentacles, constantly somebody here being back and forth and on and off with you. So this was something that was super complicated in the recent past. I think that with the Two of Pentacles, a lot of emotional roller coasters that a lot of you experience. And this was actually connected to a relationship and a marriage, okay? Just too much hot and cold, too many mixed signals going on. Now, in the present moment, you have the Devil, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Cups. King of Cups is the card of a Pisces. King or Queen, doesn't matter, not a gender specific. Now, Pisceana, the Devil here in the present moment, okay, this is either that person, Capricorn energy, or it's just that energy of, you know, you don't trust, because Seven of Swords and the Devil, this is giving deception, lies, dishonesty here. So the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Judgment, Page of Cups, and the Tower. I know that you eat Tower for breakfast too. Okay, so you are aware that something here is either coming to an end or has coming to an end, but this is a good thing. People are afraid of the Tower, you know, Scorpio energy, because something needs to transform, something needs to change. I don't know who has an addiction here, but somebody has an addiction. Gambling addiction, drinking, smoking. There is something about someone constantly drinking whiskey and cigars. That's what's coming through. Now, for many of you Pisces, somebody here is definitely thinking about making an apology to you. Okay, there is an apology energy, and this person with the Judgment could be a Scorpio, because the Judgment is the card of a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. You could come from a place, Scorpio, where you live in a very hot climate, or this person lives in a very hot climate, like hot. It's always sunny over there, or your area. There is definitely, this person is realizing that they need to apologize. The Devil is literally thinking about making an apology here. And I think it could be quite shocking, because I'm like, huh? The Devil, you know? And it's not like it's something that, it's not something that you have to accept it full force, because this person, it's like they are doing this because they miss you so much, and there is a little bit of a desperation from this person's energy. The Temperance here, though, they are willing to heal something. This person might do whatever it takes to reach out to you or to communicate with you. They do feel quite trapped. I just saw the Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. They're trapped in their own lies. Somebody here is not being honest with themselves. And when someone is not honest with themselves, it's not good. It's really bad. So, Seven of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. This person knows that, you know, in order for them to be with you, Pisces, and both of you to end up being together, for example, with the Ten of Pentacles, there is a decision here that needs to be made. Not be back and forth and on and off. And there could be other things that might be blocking you and this person. And, you know, I do feel like here that this person is also realizing that they did not actually tell you the truth in the past about something. It could be a little thing, it could be a big thing. You know, a lie is a lie. Dishonesty is a dishonesty. And for me, honesty policy is the best honesty. That was so rhymey. Am I gonna make a rap out of that? Hold on, what did I just say? Somebody type into the comments. Honestly, a lie is a lie. Dishonesty is dishonesty. And honestly, for me, honesty is the best policy. Right me. It's giving rappy. It's giving Nicki Minaj. It's giving Iggy Azalea. Okay, I would rap so bad right now, but maybe at the end, I don't know. I don't want to interrupt the reading right now. So, Seven of Swords, you know what I'm saying? So, there is something here about Pisces, this person holding something back from you. Two of Swords and the Eight of Wands, okay, of communicating. Now, the King of Cups here. Oh, did I just throw the thick, juicy Ace of Wands? Hell yeah. Pisces, let's talk about the King of Cups right now. This is the card of Pisces, especially water sign. So handsome, so good looking, so watery, so basically the ruler of the kingdom, of the marine kingdom. Okay, marry me. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. You're not giving up on this person. You're just not, and I know that that's the truth. And you know, I think they are also realizing something during this Cancer season, Mercury retrograde. You see how the Queen of Cups has the cup, right? And it's clarifying the King of Cups. So Pisces is showing up. You're still wanting to give it a little bit more time, just a little bit more time to see if this person is coming through and they're coming, in what ways are they coming? Are they coming with honesty? Are they willing to tell the truth? Is this person coming to actually towards your way to tell you the truth? The Temperance, that's pouring water, okay, from one cup to another, that is transmutation, that's transformation. And then there is the thick, juicy Ace of Wands. So this really is about having that brand new beginning, but this person needs to really meet the standards that you have right now, because I feel like your standards, dear Scorpio, have changed and it has actually evolved. You're becoming very stable and very stern and very committed to what matters to you the most. And I think what matters to you the most is your peace of mind. Okay, now you do want to have, reunion with this person, and you're just leaving the door a little bit open for this individual. Five of Wands, the Hermit here, and the King of Swords. So there is an unfinished business that's it's going to show up in the near future. Let's clarify that unfinished business. I do want to just double check something real quick on the main channel, because right now there is a reading that's premiering. Okay, awesome. Beautiful, honey. Because I'm premiering the videos today, and you're going to see this video and this reading today too. So, Five of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Five of Swords. I just can't. Do you see how beautiful tarot reading is, especially when somebody knows what they're doing? Okay, so there's a lot of clowns out there, a lot of trashy BS out there. You gotta be very careful with that. I'm just gonna let you know. Okay, so Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, Five of Swords. What do you see? The conflict is about, honey buns. What do you see? Conflict, right? And that's the same Seven of Swords that showed up in the present moment as well. Because that Five of Swords and Seven of Swords, a lot of conflicts surrounding trust issues. Someone here either blamed you for cheating, you talked to them about cheating. There is something about trust issues. And you have the Seven of Swords in the present moment too, and you know this. And it's not that you are gonna sit here and play the blame game. I think you are someone, Pisces, that you're super evolved and you know that things can happen. I'm not saying go back to someone who completely try to ruin your life. This is about using your discernment. Everyone is responsible for their own choices and their own decisions, right? I think you are ready to address something. That Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords is the energy of a Pisces who is using their logic. I know you got a big heart. I know you feel very deeply for this person, but Pisces, a lot of times we gotta use the data, our logical mind and our analytical mind to really even confront someone. I think you would even want to confront this person, but you still are doing this with a lot of compassion. Temperance, you're doing this with a lot of love because you don't want to hurt this person. Hermit and the King of Swords. So let's clarify the Hermit for you in the near future. So the Hermit in the future is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, Hierophant, and the Empress. This is about commitment. And I think that you would really want to work it out with this person. Could be a Taurus you are dealing with, like I said, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Aquarius. This is about you really just in the future being very wise and starting over, but like starting over wiser, and not really giving into this person like right away, but being willing to invest into a connection that you see they're trying to nurture also. They are also showing up as somebody who wants to make you feel heard. They want to make you feel seen. There is something here about pregnancy. Some of you are manifesting pregnancy, or if you're pregnant, I think that's going to be great. That's going to be awesome for you. You have the King of Swords, okay? So King of Swords is that final stretch. That's like that decision here. There is a lot of clarity that's going to be coming up for you this month. I'm also getting curious, some of you are dealing with the person who is a teacher. You could be a teacher of some sort. You could be teaching, I'm getting curious, very educated people. You're someone that you're super educated. You could be an entertainer. You could be an artist, singer, spiritual healer, Reiki master healer. So, you know now better. You know now better, Pisces, where to invest your energy, right? Eight of Pentacles, where to put your resources into, because ultimately what's going to matter for you in the future is this person on the same page with me or not? Okay, King of Swords here for you in the near future. Let's clarify the King of Swords. This is about, like I said, there is a very strong analytical energy here. Ace of Swords, the truth is coming out. Victory, Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Catch me outside. I love when the Ace of Wands comes up. Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, because you've been holding on to this person. And like I said, there will be a lot of clarity coming through for you and this individual. This may not be for everyone's reading. That's okay. Okay. But how many times have I seen people commenting, OMG, I watched this reading back then, and this is exactly what happened. This is exactly what manifested. So the clarity is coming, and the new offer is also coming for you as well. That's what I'm seeing here for you. Four of Pentacles here, like I said, you might need, this person is kind of stubborn. Okay, they have this stubborn side to them. It will take them a moment here to open up to you, but I think just as much as you have been holding on to them, Pisces, they also have been holding on to you as well. And all of that indecision, all of that questions that you were asking yourself, am I supposed to move on from this person? What am I supposed to do? Is going to disappear and dissipate. Because even though something very painfully ended between you and this person, the Lovers is here with the Wheel of Fortune. This is someone that's definitely meant to be part of your destiny. And it's been a difficult journey. It hasn't been easy, because based on what I've seen with the Five of Swords, the Devil, Seven of Swords, there's a lot that has happened. But there's also an opportunity here for you and this person to heal something, because you got the Lovers also at the bottom, okay, and the Two of Swords. So, and Mercury retrograde is happening, so just bringing up a lot of things from the past, a lot of people from the past. So Pisceana, let's get into your advice and see what is the important advice for you. Actually, great reading. I really like this reading. So your advice here is the Hangman, which is the card of a Pisces, the Hierophant, and the Star, sprinkle, sprinkle, Nine of Wands. I'm getting chills right now. Very strong Aquarius energy, Taurus energy, Pisces. So this is about a commitment. Hierophant between the Star and the Hangman. Okay, this is about commitment, Pisces. Absolutely commitment here. This is the advice that I'm getting here is for you, the Hangman. See how the hangman's head is eliminated. That elimination is you. It's your spiritual journey. It's your evolution. Depending on where you are on your spiritual journey now, dear Pisces, you already know deep down that you and this person do share a very, very strong spiritual bond together. And the Hierophant and the Star, I think that this is a commitment, this is a relationship that actually became a catalyst for your spiritual evolution and awakening. And I would say go with your heart, follow with your heart, honestly, because this is such a sensitive reading. I think it really is about you just knowing that even though something here has felt like it's a delay, not a Pentacles. Why is it not happening? When is this going to happen? Is it really going to happen, right? It's a valid question to ask. Because the Knight of Wands here is yes, and the Moon, you have a lot of worries and things that are kind of concerning to you. But you know, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, and people do change, people do become better. So I do see here an opportunity between you and this person, and a commitment and a relationship coming. Hierophant, marriage. Mega commitment. You might as well end up singing the rap song, I bought a wedding ring. This cause I'm married to the game. I can't complain. I'm getting money and the fame. I'm in my bag. Don't want your man, he's super lame. I don't catch feelings. I'm catching flights, can't miss my plane. So I'm saying, you don't want no other man, you want this man or you want this girl. Because some of them are just lame. You know you got your boo. You got your boo thing. So you have trust the process and the sunflower. You could either have a sunflower tattoo or you just love sunflowers. I love sunflowers. Sometimes when I change the scenery for the flowers, I put like, this is a real flower by the way, sorry honey. Put sunflower. So trust the process, one foot in front of the other. Like I was talking to my good friend of mine who is a Pisces, special friend of mine. Trust the process. Just you put one foot in front of the other and just keep going, because nobody is born in this world with a map in their hand and with the exact answers and everything, or a program on how to navigate, right? We are born in a program though, the freaking matrix and all this, all these man-made structures and things like that try to create division amongst human. You know what I mean by that. I don't want to go too much into the details, but trust the process, break free from the past and just move forward. Because I do see here that even though in this 3D reality, it seems like it's delayed, but it's not. Because what if it happens at the right time in the best way possible between you two, right? So this is what I had for you. I feel like you might have really been needing to hear this. So with all that being said, I'm diligently training for my Ironman that's coming up. It's, I'm a little nervous, but it's gonna be great. I've already done 3 triathlons this year, so it really has helped me to build my confidence to do an Ironman. It's a 56-mile bike, 1.2 mile swim, and 13.2 mile run, half a marathon, swim, bike, run, all together, all in one go. So I've been training for that really hard, and I just want to, finish at a good time. I'm not really fighting for podiums. I'm not like competing. I'm just competing with myself, the version of me that was yesterday, months ago, and I just want to be better at everything that I'm doing. And it's a great opportunity to meet great people, have some great food, maybe have a beer with somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really drink that much, but maybe like a couple times a year. But in these rare occasions, it's just good to celebrate. And my birthday is coming up on July 28th, and this race is on the 25th. So it's a birthday gift to myself, right? And it took me some time, Pisces, to also trust the process. And trust me, I started in March. I started really learning how to swim in March, and I got a membership at the pool. It would take me, I couldn't go from, wall to wall or swim 100 yards. I just could not. I was struggling. But I watched the videos, I learned, I visualized also, and I asked a lot of people around to train me, to teach me. And now it's literally, the swim is my favorite part of the swim, and I cannot get out of the water. I feel like I'm a Pisces. I'm saying obsessed with the water. Like I did this morning, 2,200 yards, which was 1.2 mile swim. I did that in 35 minutes. It's insane. Months ago I couldn't, but I had to trust the process. And one stroke after another, breathing, and every stroke is a statement, every pedal is a statement, honey buns. So I love you so much, Pisces. Everything's gonna be good, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.